Big Blue, stop right now. MetLife Stadium just exploded with breaking news. And one fact is already on the table. 61% of fans think our season hinges on a star wideout's knee. A major setback during rehabilitation sent panic through East Rutherford. A brutal ranking reality check exposed a massive crisis in our secondary. And a viral stunt at Fanatics Fest has analysts demanding immediate disciplinary action against a core playmaker. Insiders warned us last night, and here's the first payoff. That Week 1 timeline? It just got clouded by a second cleanup surgery that nobody saw coming. If you bleed blue, white, and red, hit like and subscribe right now to prove Eagles fans don't own the NFC East. We start with the injury timeline that has John Harbaugh and the front office on high alert. Stay locked, there's a double cliffhanger at the end. A torn ACL in Week 4 against the Chargers. A grueling rehabilitation process that dragged through the winter. And a second cleanup surgery this offseason to remove stubborn scar tissue that suddenly put his Week 1 availability in serious doubt. The question echoing through every hall in New York. Should the organization risk everything just to have him on the field for opening kickoff? The name? Malik Neighbors. And the pressure to rush him back is building to a dangerous boiling point. Let's look at the harsh reality facing this offense before training camp opens up. Neighbors isn't just a primary option. He is the absolute engine of this passing attack. During his stellar rookie campaign, he hauled in 109 receptions for over 1,200 yards, establishing himself as a true generational wideout. Even in 2025, before his knee gave out in Week 4, he dominated defenses, including a ridiculous 167-yard, two-touchdown masterpiece against the Dallas Cowboys. Head coach John Harbaugh described the knee as not a simple recovery, while general manager Joe Schoen publicly expressed hope that Neighbors will be cleared in time. However, independent analysts projecting his timeline suggest he could easily miss the entire first month of the regular season. Rushing him out there against Dallas in Week 1 just to satisfy media narratives or fan pressure would be pure insanity. When you analyze what happens to young receivers returning from complex knee procedures, pushing for an accelerated timeline almost always leads to secondary soft tissue strains or compensation injuries in the opposite leg. The NFC East is a brutal division where defensive backs play physical press-man coverage on every single snap, and putting Neighbors on the field at 80% speed would make him a target for aggressive safety help. Think about the long-term franchise implications as well. The front office invested premier draft capital into Neighbors to be the cornerstone weapon for second-year quarterback Jackson Dart over the next 5 to 8 seasons, not just for a single September game. Furthermore, prematurely inserting a star receiver into the lineup forces the offensive coordinator to limit route trees, making the entire passing script predictable for opposing linebackers on third down. If Neighbors misses the opening slate, Dart will be forced to rely heavily on tight end Isaiah Likely, along with Darius Slayton and Calvin Austin III. While Likely raises the absolute floor of the pass-catching group, Slayton and Austin simply do not strike fear into opposing secondaries. The passing game would undoubtedly falter without number 1 on the field, and New York could easily drop a game or two in the early standings. But trading long-term health for a single September victory is a trap bad franchises fall into. If holding Neighbors out until Week 4 guarantees he returns at 100% strength without lingering structural risks, John Harbaugh must stand his ground. Taking a cautious approach ensures that when Neighbors finally steps back onto the turf, he stays there for the next decade. Do you think the Giants should hold Malik Neighbors out until Week 4 to protect his career, or should he play Week 1 no matter what? Drop your take in the comments right now. Hit that like button if you believe a healthy Neighbors makes us playoff contenders. But while the offense prays for its superstar receiver to fully heal, our defense is staring down a brutal reality check in the secondary that could destroy our season before it even starts. A promising rookie campaign that felt like a cornerstone piece, followed by a massive sophomore slump in 2025 where he looked completely lost, took terrible pursuit angles, missed routine tackles, and ended up on injured reserve with a neck injury in December. The identity everyone's talking about? Tyler Nubin and ESPN's top 10 safety list for 2026 just delivered a cold, hard reminder of how far his stock has fallen. To make matters even harder to swallow for Big Blue Nation, former Giants safeties Xavier McKinney ranked 3rd in the league, while Julian Love received top votes, reminding fans of the elite talent general manager Joe Schoen let walk away. Adding salt to the wound, Houston's Kellen Bullock, drafted 31 picks after Nubin in the exact same draft, cracked the top 10. The front office tried to patch up the room by handing Jevon Holland a massive 3-year, $45 million contract, but Holland is coming off his own career worst year, making that huge cap hit a terrifying risk. Under new defensive coordinator Denard Wilson, the training wheels are completely off. Wilson runs a defensive scheme that heavily relies on high-level safety play to support the run and range in coverage, meaning there is zero room for blown assignments. Nubin must find the ball-hawking instincts that made him a college star at Minnesota and earn his starting role outright this summer. The structural integrity of Denard Wilson's defense relies on the safeties being able to erase mistakes made by aggressive linebackers. Last season, Nubin's inability to diagnose route combinations led to massive big play breakdowns over the middle of the field, forcing cornerback units to play far more conservative off-man coverage. If Nubin continues to miss angles and hesitate on third down passing situations, opposing quarterbacks in the NFC East will isolate him on post routes and seam passes all game long. Furthermore, the contract situation behind him creates immense pressure. With Jevon Holland occupying top-tier starter money, the Giants cannot afford to have their second-round pick sitting on the bench as an overpaid backup while former draft picks flourish in other cities. From an alignment standpoint, if Nubin cannot gain command of pre-snap adjustments, the entire secondary will suffer communication delays during hurry-up offenses. When safeties hesitate, boundary cornerbacks are forced to play soft coverage, giving up easy 6-yard completions on early downs and killing defensive momentum. If he turns into another draft bust while McKinney dominates in Green Bay and Holland eats up salary space, the Giants' safety position will transform from a minor concern into an absolute defensive disaster. Think about the tactical impact on the secondary if the back end fails. Without reliable over-the-top help, Denard Wilson won't be able to stack the box to stop early down runs, leaving our cornerbacks exposed on islands against vertical passing games. The clock is ticking fast for the third-year safety in East Rutherford. Will Tyler Nubin bounce back and prove he is the future under Denard Wilson, or is he heading toward a bench role? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Hit subscribe if you trust Wilson's new defense to fix this secondary. But just as the secondary scrambles to find stability, a viral off-the-field incident involving our star running back has caused a massive media storm, drawing furious reactions from national analysts. A surgically repaired right leg, a dislocated ankle, a fractured fibula, a ruptured deltoid ligament, and an unnecessary off-the-field trick that sent absolute panic through the front office and entire fan base over the weekend. National media figures sat up in disbelief as viral footage spread across social media, leading prominent analysts to demand immediate head coach intervention. The name at the center of this viral chaos? Cameron Skattebo and his reckless stunt at Fanatics Fest in Manhattan has sparked an explosive debate across the league. Skattebo, who missed 9 regular season games last year after his gruesome leg injury against Philadelphia, attempted a full backflip on stage during a WWE-sponsored appearance. The viral clip showed Skattebo completely messing up the rotation, landing awkwardly on all fours, and barely avoiding a catastrophic re-injury to the exact same ankle that required months of intense rehab. While teammate Jackson Dart jokingly defended the move by claiming it showed Skattebo was explosive and close to full health, fans and analysts were horrified. Renowned sports commentator Skip Bayless publicly urged head coach John Harbaugh to take aggressive disciplinary action, posting on X that if he were Harbaugh, he would heavily fine Skattebo for a stunt that was season-riskingly reckless. This isn't even the first time Skattebo has faced backlash for off-the-field antics during his injury recovery, having previously defended a controversial WWE appearance while still wearing a protective boot. Skattebo eventually addressed the viral moment on social media, trying to reassure worried fans by promising he would not hurt himself before the regular season begins. The broader concern here isn't just about a single botched backflip, it's about the mindset and risk management of a young player whose physical style already puts him at high risk for injury. In Harbaugh's physical, run-heavy offensive scheme, Skattebo is projected to carry the ball 20 times a game through brutal contact, meaning his body will take enough punishment on Sundays without adding unnecessary risk on off days. When a player dismisses concerns by claiming he doesn't care if people call him brain dead, it raises serious questions about whether he understands the financial and competitive stakes of his NFL career. Moreover, off-the-field distractions can disrupt locker room focus right before mandatory reporting dates. When veteran leaders and coaches are trying to establish a championship culture, having a core contributor make headlines for non-football stunts creates unnecessary noise that the media will exploit all summer. From an organizational standpoint, a running back who generated 617 yards from scrimmage and 7 touchdowns in just 8 games cannot be taking unnecessary physical risks weeks before training camp starts. John Harbaugh built his legendary reputation in Baltimore on discipline, accountability, and culture, and allowing young players to risk their health for social media attention goes against everything he stands for. Setting a stern precedent now by issuing a heavy fine or public reprimand would send a clear message to the entire locker room about professional standards. Does John Harbaugh need to listen to Skip Bayless and fine Skattebo for his stunt, or are fans and media completely overreacting to a harmless moment? Let us know your exact thoughts in the comments right now. 3 explosive storylines, 1 defining crossroads for the entire New York Giants franchise. Malik Neighbors' recovery timeline will dictate whether Jackson Dart has the elite weapon he needs to succeed. Tyler Nubin's third-year turnaround will decide if Denard Wilson can save this secondary. And John Harbaugh's handling of Cameron Scadabo's off-the-field antics will set the cultural tone for the entire 2026 season. If Neighbors comes back fully healthy, if Nubin reclaims his ball-hawking form, and if Harbaugh instills military discipline across the roster, Big Blue won't just be surviving the NFC East. We will be making a serious charge for a playoff spot. The path is right in front of us, but every single piece must fall into place starting on day 1 of training camp. Here is what I need from Big Blue Nation right now. 1. Smash that like button immediately if you believe John Harbaugh is leading us back to the postseason this year. 2. Drop a comment below with your hot take. Should Neighbors sit out until week 4, and should Scadabo be fined? 3. Hit subscribe right now to join the ultimate Giants community and show Cowboys and Eagles fans that New York is taking over. But stay locked in, because the off-season drama is just getting started. Rumors are leaking out of the building that the front office is quietly pursuing a massive free agent trade for a veteran cornerback that could completely reshape our secondary. On top of that, a rival NFC East team just cleared significant cap space to target the exact same defensive player we've been scouting. Which division rival moves first? Subscribe now, stay locked to the channel, and let's make some serious noise for Big Blue. See you in the next update.